Welcome to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the Loving Hearts headband. This headband is solid on the front side and then has a tie on the back, and it's hiding behind her hair and it's hiding behind the baby here. Nice easy pattern to be able to work with your Red Heart Super Saver today. And I am going to get started. You'll need a 4mm size F crochet hook in order to play, and your favorite Red Heart Super Saver colors. Let's begin. Start with the main color of the headband and create a slip knot to begin. We have slower tutorials available for the basics. Now this hook is smaller than normal for Red Heart Super Saver, but we want this to be delicate looking, so we've reduced our hook to do that as per the pattern. I need you to start by chaining a total of 33. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and go all the way to 33, and meet me back here in just a moment. Once you have your 33 done, you're going to go second chain from the hook. So 1 and 2, and you're going to go on the back hump of the chain, and I need you to single crochet all the way across. So stay on the back hump and it will look a lot nicer. So when you're doing a tie, it'll look really professional looking. So just go all the way across and single crochet on the back hump of your chain. I'll be right back. So we're at the end of this. We now have our tie. We'll do the other tie when we get to the other side. We're now going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I want you to see on this side here, I want you to slip stitch to the other side here. And what this is going to do is to form a loop that we need. Okay, it's right here. And we're going to turn our work and begin the first row. Row number 1. We're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, that counts as your first double crochet. And in the center of this loop that we created, and I would put the straggler with it the first time so it gets stuck underneath, you're going to place in 3 double crochet in there. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So with the chain 3 that you did plus those 3, the answer is 4 double crochet, and that will make sense later on. You're now going to chain 2, and in the same loop, you're going to place in 4 more double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so it looks like this right now. You're going to turn your work, and we're going to move on to row number 2, which will be repeating until the cows come home and we're ready for the other tie. Let's do that next. To do row number 2 and all the remaining rows up until 32, it's always the same. So right where you're sitting, you're going to chain 3, and yes, that will count as a double crochet. You're going to come to this chain 2 space right here, and you are going to apply 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So let's just do that. So we have 3 double crochet first. Chain 2, and 3 double crochet. But you're not quite done, and the dog hair is included today. So you have 1 more stitch to do, and it's on this final turning chain right here. You're just going to double crochet down there to link it together. So it looks like the other side. So I'm going to show you that 1 more time, and then I'm going to have you do all 32, all of these all together. So this is 1 of 32, this is 2 of 32, so you'll be able to count those really quite easily. Let's turn our work and do it again. So to show you 1 more time, this is going to blaze pretty quickly. So you're just going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and just come to your chain 2 space in the center right here, and apply 3 double crochet first. So we have 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet into that. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and what is missing? That's right, we have to link to the top of this chain. So we're going to double crochet into the top of that turning chain. So it's looking like that. So I need you to get 32 of these done. You've already have 3 if you're following me, and get that done, and I'll see you on the other side in a moment. Now that I have my 32 of these, I'm ready to do the final band. If you'd like to change the size of your headband, you can just do less of these if you would like to. And surprisingly, you do actually need 32, at least for the size that we see in the photographs. So I'm going to slip stitch then to the chain 2 space. So slip, 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 and slip. And from here, we're going to chain a total of 33. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way to 33. You may be back here in a moment. Once I have my 33, I'm going to do what I did at the very beginning, second chain from the hook, back hump of the chain, and I'm going to single crochet myself all the way back to where the project started right here. So just single crochet across your chain on the back hump, and I'll be back in a moment. Finishing up the final few chains to get myself back to where I started. I'm going to show you how to weave in the ends just in case you're new to crochet. Okay, so you're going to go right back to the very beginning. Oops, single crochet. And then I want you to slip stitch into this chain 2 space. So let's cover on how to finish this off. Just trim your yarn long enough that you can get it into a tapestry needle and just pull up on the strand. Carefully, and you're going to do it on both sides, you are going to weave this in. Coming up underneath and just go along one side of the headband inside the stitches. When you pull the first time, don't pull so tight that it's going to change the shape. So we got once. Now just don't go between strands, go between plies as well, and then it will really get stuck, especially if the child is handling this thing. So back and forth a total of 3 times. If you want to do 4, it's up to you, but 3 should be good enough. Now the other side, when we started, we also have to finish that one. And this one here, I'm just going to pull it up. And see how it looks a little bit weird that way? We're going to fix that here with this when we secure it in. We're just going to pull it together. Okay, so I'm going to go in the back here. I'm going to go across and then down to the other side. And that will pull that in. Okay, and I'm going to turn it over. And down the one side again, a slightly different path. Again, go between the plies, just don't go between strands. So I'm going to do this total 3 times. So I moved it over to bring it together. I just went once, that was twice, and a 3rd time as a charm. Okay, so now that's good to go. So you can either finish now and don't add anything to it, or if you want to add the hearts, we're going to be covering that next to your headband. I'll be right back in a moment. So let's do the heart. If you hear anything in the background, it's Puss Puss. She's acting up and driving me nuts. So it's a cat. Okay, so we're going to start off with a slip knot for the heart. They're surprisingly easy. Like surprisingly, I was quite surprised. How surprised? Surprised. Okay, we're going to start off with a slip knot and we're going to chain 4. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is actually considered 1 double crochet and the center of your heart. In the 4th chain from the hook, you are going to place in 11 double crochet. So wrap the hook going into the very beginning and start counting and keep adding more. If it were me and you weren't watching me, I would consider that this chain 3, which is a double crochet, is 1 and this is 2, and you need a total of 12. So it's either chain 3 and 11 of these, or just count it like individually. So just 12 altogether. So just keep going around, bury over top of that straggler, get it stuck inside the center. I've lost count because I was daydreaming. So I just want to make sure I get my counts right. I'm just going to recheck. So you want to check the posts. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. So with the chain 3 and the 11 double crochet, you get a total of 12. I want you to slip stitch to the top of the first chain that you started with, and you can turn it over, and if you went over top of the straggler like I did, getting it stuck underneath, you can just safely trim that. If you did not, you'll have to use a tapestry needle to secure. We're going to move on to the second and final round of the heart. Now I have the other 2 hearts done, so I am familiar with what needs to happen. I know, shocking. So we're going to start off, and we're going to start out at the bottom of the heart, work our way up and do the first hump, and then continue to do the second hump and come back around. You're going to chain 1, and in the same one as the join, you're going to apply 3 single crochet. This is the very bottom of the heart. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Now the next 2 double crochets are each going to be 1 single crochet each. So we have 1 by itself, single crochet, and then the next one is by itself. So we're going to get to the hump, the first one right here. So we have to get bigger. So the next stitch is going to be 1/2 double crochet. The next 2 stitches are each going to be 2 double crochets. So just place 2 double crochets in each of the next 2. So we have 1 in the first one, apply another one. Okay, do the next one. Okay. Now you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the next empty double crochet. And the first hump is then complete. To start this side of it, you're going to chain 2, and in the next 2 stitches you're going to have 2 double crochets each. So 1 into the first one, another one into the first one, and then keep moving. So the next one has 2 double crochets in that one too. Okay, let's go down this side. So it's a mirror of what we did on this side. So the next one has to be a 1/2 double crochet. And then the final 2 stitches that are left are each 1 single crochet. I'm going to show you a joining technique to make it look even better. So normally we would just slip stitch to there, but it creates a lump. So what I want you to do is just to trim your yarn now and trim it long enough that you are going to be able to secure this in with the tapestry needle, because we want to sew it to our headband. Pull up a loop first and place that into the tapestry needle. This is an invisible join. We use it in mandala work. The stitch is coming out of here, and we want to come into the very first stitch that we started with, and you're going to come into the stitch from the back side to the forward. And pull through. And when we pull, we're going to pull it so that the final looks very similar to a real stitch. So you're going to keep pulling, and see where this is coming out of? We want to go through there into the back of your heart. And now I want to continue to pull. So see the distance of the stitch work? I want to make that look like it's the same thing. So just pull enough so it looks like it belongs. Now the remaining of this, we're going to sew it to your headband, and we're going to be covering that next. So don't fasten this off. We're going to immediately sew. You will notice in the image there's actually only 3 hearts. So it's at the center, almost at the center of her forehead, and then it goes down one side, so it's not equal on both sides, so it's just kind of favoring. We see it here on the baby as well. So when we place our first one, we want to do that and then just cascade it down towards the one side. We're going to do that next. And these hearts are on their side if you want to turn them the other way. That's a creative thing you can decide for yourself as well. To find the center point, you're just going to fold your headband in half. And we know that this is approximately at the center right here. And I'm going to take my heart, and with it already on there, I'm going to place it here. Okay, so we want to place it so that it looks like it makes sense. So the hearts are lying sideways like this, with the bottom of it going towards the tail. Just pick it up, and where this is coming out of, just go into the headband on the back side. I want you to come back through the headband, and I want you to grab into the heart. I would leave the outside edge alone and don't touch that. And just do any final adjustments and then go back into the project. Like that. So do you see that the sewing is getting stuck? And just continue to go all the way around. So I'm staying away from the edge. So I'm going to keep on doing that. I dropped my needle. So I'm going to keep on going all the way around, and I'll be back in just a moment. Once you come back around, you're going to see a little bit of evidence that you were sewing. And now this is going to be on the head side, so it won't matter so much. And you just want to secure this in so it doesn't come out. Sort of lock it by putting the knot kind of directly in. And staying directly behind the heart, just weave it back and forth. You have a knot so it will not come out, and just weave it back and forth a total of 3 times. Again, separate those plies, just don't go between strands. Okay, so then once the one's done, you can just keep moving down the headband. You can add as many or as little as you want to. So I'm going to cascade the others that I did down. I just chose some random colors that I had in my stash and keep adding those, and I'll be back in a few minutes, or in your case, a few seconds. So now I have my headband, and you can see when you fold it in half, the first one was pretty close to the front and then coming down the other side, and now it's good to go. If you want to add more hearts, that's up to you. That's your own creativity, and overall, it's a great little project, and the back looks pretty decent too. That's it for today. We hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you again on another tutorial. I'm your host, Mikey. Bye-bye.